Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Joanna Daniel here. I am founder of Who's the Scars, and we work with adult survivors of childhood trauma. We help people heal so that they can show up better in their relationships. Now, we're doing 12 Days of Christmas, and this is, I said day 10 again. I said day 10 yesterday. I'm sure it's day 9, day 10 today. Yesterday was day 9. But I did also say I'm not the best with math. But I'm here to give you tools and strategies of how to get through the holiday safely. 3 things I'm going to share with you today of how to get through the holiday safely. And I decided to use a festive thing over Instagram because, we're coming up to Christmas and we need all that we can to give us joy. We need all the things that we can do to give us a light heart and to put smiles on our faces, because it's just been such a difficult year for many people, a challenging year for many people. And maybe maybe tomorrow I'll share a little bit about some of the challenges my year has been, and why I've learned, have had to dig deep with resilience and learn so much about resilience, and learn so much about what resilience is, and have decided that I needed to spend some more time with the word resilience, and needed to allow it to dig deeper with resilience, and allow myself to learn as much as I can from it. It's an amazing word. I know there's a shift and trend going on social media where we have a word for the year and we use that word to guide us. Well, I didn't adopt resilience for 2020. It kind of came to me, and I had to sit with it and learn and grow through understanding resilience at a deeper level. And with that came gratitude, deep gratitude. I can't tell you that I was thankful at the beginning, because I would be lying, because I was not thankful. The trauma that I started the year with, I was not thankful for it. And I know many people text me and said, "Oh, wow, Joanna, you're going to be serving in such amazing ways when you get through this." And all I could think about was, I'm in pain right now, and I don't want to serve in amazing ways. I just want to get through this. I just want to get through each day. I just want to manage the pain better. So maybe, I have written blog posts about it. If you go on my website, woundsthescars.com, one of the blog posts that I wrote was, I saw a therapist and you should too. So that's one thing I wrote about that journey, and just a little bit about it. And I think I'm just at the place where I can talk about a little bit about what PTSD feels like. My little bit of not not an understanding of it from my work, but an understanding of it from my experience, and how to deal with secondary trauma. Not secondary trauma in me, but my children being traumatized through my experience, and how to heal so that your whole family can benefit from what you're healing. And that's why I will continually talk to parents about the importance of we looking after ourselves, so that we can be there for our children, so that we can answer questions, so that we can hold them when they cry, so that we can have discussions and conversations, and so that we cannot make things taboo. Because when things are taboo, it tells the children it's wrong, and they shouldn't need to talk about it. It's wrong. And so that's what healing has enabled me to do, to be able to be present, and hear the cries, and ask questions, and listen to the questions, and cry when it was my turn, and to do all of those things. So 2020 has been that kind of year, and I know we all have our testimonies, we all have our different experiences of what 2020 has been so far. But one of the things that I'm grateful for is that we're here to talk about what it has been for us. And as long as we're here and we can talk about what it's been for us, we can also give ourselves permission to reflect deeply, and to make decisions, and to choose how we're going to carry on. One of the things I don't do, and if you're a part of my community, you'll understand that, is pretend. Pretends don't help us, none of us. And that's what I want to talk about today. One of the 3 things I want to talk about today is the story. What's the narrative? And I do this all the time. I did a series on it just before I started the 12 Days of Christmas, as I was looking at our core beliefs and what those are, and what gives us those key beliefs. How do we get to form those fundamental ideas about life and about mental health and about our health and about pain. And when we form those fundamental views around pain, how it acts as we have rules around it, we develop strategies around it to maintain those views that we have. And so, one of the ways to get through the Christmas, this phase of our journey, because it's coming up to this time of year when you're used to being with family and friends, when you're not used to being on your own for this extended period of time, and you are going to be here, you're going to be here now and having to deal with it. And how do you, one of the things I teach is how to inhale and allow yourself to be present with what you're having to be present with, to lean into it as opposed to pretend that it's not happening, as opposed to push it away, as opposed to try to get busy doing something. And I know that this time none of us are busy. We're not busy. Well, we're not busy outside the home. We're busy inside the home. So if you know what the story is, what's that narrative? What's the narrative that's going on? And then you can look at what's the core belief? What's the core belief that you have around this narrative? And the core belief is so subtle. It kind of will be like, when you have your mobile phones, your cellular phones, if you're in the US, when you have that and you have battery life and you think you have battery life, but then you get to use your phone and you realize that your battery is dead or it's going so low and you're wondering how did that happen, and you realize that hello, you realize that there was an app running in the background that you didn't know was there running in the background, and it killed your battery or it's killing off your battery. That's what our core beliefs are. That's what they do to us. They run underneath, just in our subconscious, just below the surface, and they influence how we act, how we show up, how we are, what we speak about, the things that we don't speak about, how we speak about them, how we view ourselves, how we view the world around us. That's what our core belief influence that. So it's really important to know what yours are. What are my core beliefs? Choose one subject. What are my core beliefs about being on my own? How do I feel about that? What's my core belief about spending time with families at Christmas, or not spending time with family members at Christmas? What are my core beliefs? How do I feel about that? And that will be influenced by different things. It will come from different places. It might be through the tradition in your family. It might be through how culturally you celebrate. It might be through what's going on where you are. It might be views that you inherit. It might be views that you've developed through reading books, through watching television, what you see. It comes from somewhere. So it's really important to understand where it comes from, what is it, and how is it affecting me? How is it impacting me? Because sometimes our core beliefs can lead us to overthink, to have negative views about self, about the world, and it can cause a lot of disruption in how we think and how we feel. And that's why it's really important to understand what it is, because that's where, when you understand what it is, that's the root to some extent of what's going on. So the cognitive distortions that we have, the negative thought patterns that we have sometimes, the root of it is our core belief. Our beliefs kind of influence those fundamental views that we have, and sometimes they are so sturdy. We're not open to changing them, and when we're not open to changing those beliefs, that is what causes, when we're not open to changing those beliefs, they really do cause disruption, and they cause us to make decisions and do things and take on responsibilities and roles that we normally wouldn't have taken on. All right. So it's really important to understand what that is so that you can do something about it, so you can fix it, so you can change it, so it doesn't run under the back. You don't want anything to control your life that you don't have control of. And anything that's running beneath the surface is controlling you. You're not controlling it. So you want to be able to know what it is so that you can be in control of it. And you can be in control of how you think, how you act. And you're not just, the brain is not just leading you in the direction that it wants to lead you in. You are managing it. Your frontal lobe, where you do reasoning and thinking and you can be logical, that's what you want to make decisions. That's where you want to be able to make decisions and do what you do, because then you're in control. Okay. I hope that was Very clear. I've enjoyed our time here together. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, is going to be our final day. So I might pop back on today. I might come back on here this afternoon because tomorrow is our final day and I want to make sure that I've done 12. But tomorrow is our final day. And I just hope that everybody's going to be okay. It's a very timeless subject. Many are struggling this holiday season. Absolutely, many people are struggling this holiday season. It's not an easy time for us at all. Hey, Renee, it's not an easy time for many people, unfortunately. And so we want to know how can we do it together? How can we get through this? How can we get through this together? Okay, so thank you so much for coming on. If you've missed the others, they're really good. On IG, on Instagram, if you go to IGTV, you'll find them there. On Facebook and on YouTube, you'll see them too. Please come back today. What would you like me to talk about if I come back today? Tell me what you want me to talk about. I can have ideas, but if you tell me what you're struggling with or what's going on, what you're seeing in the news, what you're seeing on social media that you want to ask questions about, then I'll come and do that. I love coming on, actually. I love coming on and talking to you, with you. So did you have anything in mind that you wanted me to do? If you do, then you can message it to me. You can send me a message on Facebook or on Instagram. You can private message me and I'll be happy to come and do that. But it was lovely being here with you today. Take really, really good care. It's raining here. So I went for a walk this morning. I did my exercise, went for a walk, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But now I'm in pain because I have not exercised for a couple of days. Well, I think it's probably about 2 weeks. And so my muscles are getting back into training. So I'm hoping to go back for another walk today, but it's raining. So let me know what you're doing and what you'd like me to, how to remain positive during this season. That's a really good one. That's a good one. Embracing change. Ooh, what kind of change? What kind of change? That's a good one. I'll come on. How do you feel about that Facebook? Any kind of change? Okay. So remain positive. I'll come and talk about that. And during the season, that one's really good. Actually, it has my thoughts flowing already, and I feel like I wanted to start talking about it right now, but I won't. I won't do that. I'll wait. I'll come back on this afternoon, and I'll embrace change. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I'm going on as well. So I'm not sure yet of the exact time because I have a training to do later on. But yeah, I'll be back. Embrace change. All right. Okay. So you have my thoughts flowing there. This was a discussion I needed to hear today. Good timing. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Really happy about that. Really, really, really glad that it was beneficial to you today. So I'll be back to talk about how to remain positive and what that might look like. It might look very, very different. It might look very different to what you think it's going to be about. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna come and do it. Love this, Renee. Thank you so much for that. All right. So thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to be back this afternoon. I'm going to be back this afternoon. And you know what? There's something that I was waiting to tell you about. So when I come on this afternoon, I'm just going to let you know about that because it's going to be, yeah, you're really going to benefit from it. So I'm going to let you know about that this afternoon. But until then, take really good care. Bye.